Good morning, everyone. I'm so excited today because we are going to be talking about the solar system. The solar system includes the sun and all the objects that circle around it. This is called orbit. Planets and moons all orbit the sun. Other smaller space rocks like comets and meteorites and asteroids also orbit the sun. This happens because of something called gravity. Have you ever noticed that when you drop something from your hand, it falls straight to the ground? That's called gravity. Gravity is a pulling force. And this pulling force allows the planets to continuously orbit the sun without losing its place. If there was no gravity, then the planets would float away into space. In our solar system, there are 8 planets. 4 inner planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and 4 outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. The inner planets are smaller and made mostly of rock and metal. The 4 outer planets are called gas giants because they're mostly made up of gas. The stars in the sky are also made up of very hot gases. Did you know that the sun is a star? When you look up into the sky at night, you will see the moon and many stars. Out there is our solar system, and it takes a really long time and special equipment to travel into outer space. But it is possible. There are many people now who have traveled into outer space. Yuri Gagarin was the first human being to ever travel into outer space. And because he was trained by the Russian Space Agency, he is called a cosmonaut. B Shepard was the second person to travel into outer space. Because he was trained by NASA, he is called an astronaut. B Shepard Jr. was the first American to travel into outer space. Valentina Tereshkova. She was also a cosmonaut like Yuri Gagarin, and the first woman to go into space. This is John Glenn Jr. He was an astronaut, and he was the first American to orbit the Earth. Neil Armstrong, he was very famous because he was the first human being to step on to the moon. James Lovell Jr. and his team. James Lovell Jr. is famous for traveling into outer space 4 times. Dr. Sally Ride is famous for being the first American woman to travel into outer space. Last but not least, Chris Hadfield, the Canadian astronaut. Chris Hadfield was a commander in the International Space Station, and he is famous for posting videos on his social media while being in outer space. That's it for today. Tomorrow, we will be talking about some planets in our solar system.